Simmons comes up with a steal, goes down, and finishes with a right hand.
Pass, and now Anunoby went away, and Simmons was allowed to play. Simmons working over everybody, not to be denied. In, gave it up, and Simmons throwing it down. Simmons is going to solo. For the first time for the Mavericks, as Simmons got by everybody. Nowitzki back and slamming in the face. Charge, great bounce speed to Simmons, who threw it down. Simmons somehow put it back. Spotting Simmons, who throws it down to the open floor. All the way, and he slams for two. Sixers out of the timeout. Simmons slamming it down. Simmons in deep in no man's land, and it's going to be interesting to see.
But you're absolutely right.
Ben Simmons, as he got away. Simmons on the steal and the slam. Simmons stole it and slammed it for two. Ben Simmons. Sixer lead, but Ben Simmons on the loft. Displaced by Katrina. Simmons rolling in and hammering it down. Simmons against Durant, took a shove, and then he took it right to the hoop. Another Gallinari, that was beautifully executed between Redick and Simmons. Again! Ben released that time.
It was there too much.
Yeah, exactly right. Simmons ahead of the pack, and he'll slam again.
Especially if you're not in the offensive exchange.
Ben Simmons.
20 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists combined. Ooh, had the back door.
Simmons threw it in reverse.
Fourth quarter against the Clippers on Monday. Simmons beats ball and slams it home. 5 baskets so far. Embiid a great dish. 2 dunks for Simmons early on. Embiid, great pass. Simmons with the monster stuff.
Made everything himself.
Boy, that time, Simmons, they double up on Embiid, and that time, he turned and faced Ben Simmons. Simmons tomahawks that one. He's looking for Huntington for 3. Simmons there to ram it back. Come up with a steal. Simmons able to track it down and throw it down. Simmons, a gorgeous move and finish. That's a nice look by Amir Johnson to Simmons. Career high, that is Redick. Simmons, wow! Throw it in reverse.
Shoot the medium range jumper, and he can finish at the rim.
Boy, once again, the Suns getting
Also in the league at the time. Oh, wow! Wow!
to begin this game as Simmons goes rolling in and he slams for 2. They have 11 more trips to the line as Ben Simmons throws down 2. And the plunge by Simmons, and he throws it down once again.
This was enough to recover to it. Wow!
Is right. Warriors got a ring with them last year as Simmons bursting to the hoop in the face of Cousins. Simmons all the way to the cup and he threw it down. Simmons bully ball on Etuan Moore and he throws it down. Slamming for 2 more. Simmons instead coasting in and throwing down 2 more.
Finds the open man. It's Simmons, his first bucket of the game. Butler finds Simmons for the flush.
And Simmons finishes. Shooting the ball, Simmons drives and throws it down with the right hand. And Steelers and Patriots Sunday. Simmons gets free and throws it down. Inside pass to Simmons and the game is tied.
The behind-the-back pass, his own miss, and he threw it down. Boy, Holiday getting a piece of the rock, but that's Ben Simmons to throw it down. Nice delivery of the ball, Rashawn Holmes to
Far along like this.
Simmons the dunk.
Just all of a sudden say, you know what, I'm going to be a 3-point shooter. Ooh.
Offensive sequence from McConnell, who finds Simmons for the flush. Simmons to the rim with the 2-hand hammer.
At that, able to finish in tight space.
That time the seas parting for Simmons, Suns, but Simmons weaving, that's the desired effect. And what a feed from Amir Johnson. Embiid on the bench out of the timeout. Ben Simmons, time for him to get nasty. Beautifully executed out of the timeout. Kept it alive, cruising in and slamming for 2. A marvelous. Ben Simmons, I dare say, reaching for the stars.
Now Simmons a blow-by in a 2-hand slam.
52 in a 4-point win against Milwaukee as Simmons. Look at McConnell doing his thing in the backcourt. That, I dare say, that's vintage on Shards. That's a gorgeous pass. I mean, don't.
Stanford grad.
Oh, by the way. Do you give him an assist on that? I'm not quite sure.
Let's give it to
in the
him.
NBA draft. Again, it's Simmons, and he got the dunk. He has desire. 1 more for Simmons, who will continue the celebration. Simmons is going to solo. San Antonio turnover, and for the 2nd time tonight, Simmons will go scorching. Damian Lillard have quite a tandem. Amir Johnson on a rope.
And Simmons with a little get back. Simmons at the other end of the alley-oop. Off a nice defensive glass. Simmons in high gear with the right hand. And here's an easy room service slam for Simmons off the steal.
Again, Simmons taking Dinwiddie down to the weight room, and if you're Kenny Atkinson,
Going to the rim.
there's Simmons, and big time, put a hurting on the rim.
To Simmons, room service.
He has not scored any more than 30 in any other game in his career.
That way.
Simmons, offensive rebound, right to the rack.
Simmons, wow, he just blew by Liggins that time and threw it down. He's pended as Simmons, able to get to the cup again. The head coach is Simmons. We mentioned
Started. We don't make it sound like he hasn't started at all. Great look.
that's a beautiful thing. The Sixers, Simmons, and that time, pretty good defensive player, Lance Thomas. Can he get it to Simmons? What a play by Covington. Homestand that evening. Simmons all the way in, and he flushes two more. The lob for Simmons, who throws it down. Simmons took it back and threw it down.
Ben Simmons, ready and willing. Saric with the save for Simmons. Contact. McConnell punches it to Simmons. That's a heads-up play.
Simmons, as Winslow went for the swipe, and Ben taught him a lesson. And Simmons clearly reading the same book.
You go here in the floor. Oh, what a move by Simmons! Our producer tonight, Tom Heitz, as Ben Simmons hit.
Simmons throwing it down big time. A terrific move. Simmons all the way, and he'll throw down two.
Simmons slapped from behind, no call, and then powers it down. And then onto the Kumpo, which is how we said in Greece. As Simmons.
Double, scoring and rebounding. Ben Simmons slamming for two.
He's lighting a match when he rubs his hand on the floor.
That was some fire right there. Off his own miss. Nice look for Simmons, who threw it down. That's it. Good help defense, that trip by the Sixers, as Simmons gets another dunk. And Simmons right to the cup, slamming for two. Just 6 seconds. Simmons again, throwing down two more. Hammered back by Simmons. The Heat, one of the better defensive teams in the league, as that one came off the erasable. That's a great look. Joel Embiid to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons slamming at the other end for the Kobe Bryant.
You're going to have people believing that.
Well done by Ben Simmons.
Rely on is a routine. Puck has remained steady through it all.
The nice spot of Simmons for Joel, his fourth assist ball. Signed by the guy who committed that alleged foul, Dario Saric.
Ibaka trade.
Ben Simmons with the dunk. Wow. No one. And that's a Cardinals. More showtime. His own miss. Needs 2 points for the triple-double, and he slams for two. To the way goes diving. What a play to get it to Simmons. Brilliantly done by the home.
Right here, right now, Lloyd said they're playing too soft.
Save this guy, Ben Simmons, who goes in and slams for two. Official announcement soon as Simmons breaking away and scoring. Simmons is going to solo, and he throws it in reverse. Simmons throwing it in reverse. Will solo. Command.
Really surprised to see him getting stronger.
Talk to me, none. Simmons again between the legs, and he slams for two. Simmons slamming for two.
He wants it.
Boy, another dunk for Simmons here. Too easy. No Cavalier. Ben, however, will roll with the ball. Covington with a prayer, nearly found a home and ends. And he will promptly deposit two.
Are you watching the Sixers? He goes, of course I am.
Simmons, his own miss, and he hammered it back.